Thank you. Hi there, my name's Brett. I'm the CEO and one of the founders of CurrencyFair.com, and as you just heard, this is John, one of my co-founders. You might have seen us demo here at Finovate last year. We also won Best of Show at the first Finovate Asia in Singapore just a few months ago. In case you didn't catch us, I'll give you a very quick background on what we do. CurrencyFair is the world's first and largest peer-to-peer foreign exchange marketplace. Brilliant, but what does that actually mean? Well, I'll illustrate that with a quick example. Let's say I have sterling here in the UK and I want Australian dollars in Australia. At the same time, there are plenty of people in Australia with Australian dollars that might want sterling in the UK. We're all ex-bankers, so we know how the system works, and we figured out a way to really slash the cost of those transactions by letting people exchange with each other. And in fact, we cut the cost by about 90% from typical bank charges. In a sense, what we do is convert international payments into domestic payments. So we cut out things like sending bank charges, intermediary bank charges, receiving bank charges, all these little mysterious fees that often come along the way of an international transfer. But what we also do is give ordinary people access to really exceptional exchange rates, and in a couple of minutes you'll see just how exceptional they really are. In a way, this is all old hat, though. We've been doing this for almost 3 years now. But to give you an idea of how popular it is, we've seen over $500 million worth equivalent of transactions go through the site already, and at our growth rate we're expecting to see another $1 billion in 2013 alone. So Finovate's about something new though, and today we're demonstrating a little sneak preview of our forthcoming mobile application. So we'll open up that now. Really, with our mobile application, what we wanted to do was not just replicate the website, but we recognise that people are on the go, they want to pick their moment of exchange, so we set up a couple of extra features to help people choose their moment. So John's actually going to go into notifications now. It turns out that John needs to transfer some euros into US dollars, but he's not too time sensitive on it. I think the rate at the moment is about 135. John's pretty sure that it's going to get higher than that. So he sets up a rate alert to tell him when the rate on CurrencyFair available exceeds 139.50. Okay, fine, that's added. Nothing particularly amazing about that, I guess. But there's a second type of rate alert, and it turns out John also needs to send some euros into sterling. And he needs to do that really in the next couple of days. There's no real view of which way the market's going to move, but he wants to make sure that he gets really good execution and gets the best possible rate. So he's going to set up what we call an interbank rate alert. So once he adds that, you'll see he'll be notified now through a pop-up message on the phone as soon as the rate on CurrencyFair exceeds the current market interbank rate. Now, I know we've got an audience here, of financial people and bankers, so everyone here probably knows what the interbank rate is. This is the rate at which banks exchange with each other in the millions, tens of millions, hundreds of millions. It's not the rate that us mere mortals get. We usually get the retail bank rate, which can be around 3% worse than that. CurrencyFair is the only company where you can actually get a rate equal to or better than the interbank rate, or the mid-rate, net of all fees and charges. So there's a lot of other companies that will claim to be able to give you the interbank rate, but you need to read the fine print, because in every case there'll be some sort of transfer fee or spread, which is a percentage of the amount you transfer, whether it's 0.5%, 1%, 2%. On CurrencyFair it's different. So why is CurrencyFair able to do this when these other firms can't? Well, we operate on a marketplace model where people can choose their own exchange rate. So this allows the forces of supply and demand to work. Our volumes are such at the moment that you can always get an exceptional rate, but if you pick your moment, you're prepared to wait, or you happen to hit the market at the right time, perhaps with our app, then you can actually beat the interbank rate, net of all the fees. So actually you can see our alerts just fired there, so John's going to open that up. And we can check the figures there. CurrencyFair rate at the moment is 84.03, whereas the interbank rate's 83.95. John thinks, brilliant, now's my chance to exchange at a good rate. So he clicks trade. He has a balance there of 3,000 euros. He's going to convert all that to sterling. So he clicks quote, get quote. There's the rate there, 84.03. He clicks confirm, and you'll see that the trade is done. He ends up with 2,000, well, a bit over 2,500 sterling. We estimate that he just saved £100 on that transaction compared to bank rates. He's pretty happy about that, so he can tell his friends on Facebook or Twitter or email, hopefully a combination of the three. And if he goes back into his balances, you'll see that he now holds, he used to hold 3,000 euros, he now holds £2,520. he can send that out to any UK bank account, and it can be there within a few minutes. So let's just circle back on what we've seen there. CurrencyFair has always been about value. It's been, we've saved customers, we estimate over $15 million in bank fees since we launched. But it's also about control. We find our customers like to choose their rate, choose their moment. So with our new mobile app, we're giving them the tools to do that, and also some new tools which can alert them to when there's really exceptional value on the marketplace. I can sense that probably some people out here are a bit confused and skeptical about this whole interbank thing. I can fully understand it. It truly is unique, but we'll be over at our stand for the rest of the day, and would really love it if people come by and we can talk you through the whole process and how it actually does work. And that's it. So thank you very much.